Hey, what's going on, everybody? How are you guys? Fine, I hope. Think it's just gonna be me, probably today for a little bit. Sorry about the long wait. Sorry about that, man. Had some technical difficulties, but I am here. I very much am here. Let me. Sorry about that. I had to. Hey, what's going on, Rebecca? What's going on, Jared Bear? How you guys doing? How are you guys doing? We might have a bit of a like crew a little bit today. I don't know. Move my keys out of the way. How is everybody? How are you guys doing? How was your day? Talk to me. I talk back. I got busy today. I have it here. I just haven't been able to set it up yet. I haven't even been able to set it up. That's been part of the technical difficulties. That's how we're actually starting a few minutes late tonight. And I'm sorry about that. I am sorry about that. Tonight, um, good day today. Okay, perfect. What did you guys do? Talk to me. um, and so I wanted to say real fast, our traditional crew of our YouTube team, the Miss Anya and Mr. Christopher, they're at a they're at a concert today. I guess somewhere downtown Omaha or something like that. I don't know. But they've been talking about it for about a week or so now. So I'm not gonna have them tonight. But they send their love. They say hello to everybody. At least that's what they told me. They told me to tell you guys hello. So that's what we're doing. Um, I made a crochet turtleneck keychain for my keys to celebrate my equinox being finished. All right, that's what's up. Good job. I love it. I love it. I'm loving it. So hello, um, Miss Anya and Christopher, wherever you guys are. Yes, that's what it is. Okay, worked after that. Okay, awesome. Look at you guys. Getting to work. I love it. Memorial Park. Yes, that's where it was. Ringo Starr fireworks. That dude's still alive. And your Omaha stuff. Okay, perfect. That's where they are. Today I went to the DMV. Went to the DMV and I finally got the star on my what is it? My driver's license. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but you can. So my birthday's in December, but did you know that you can actually renew your license 6 months before it expires? I did not know that. Replacement Paul and Ringo are alive. Wow. Okay, cool. So is it are they do they still tour as the Beatles or is it just Paul and Ringo? I mean, I'm really asking. I don't know. But yeah, I got my So I've done that. I had a whole list of things that I needed to do today. Knocked every single one of them out. All of it. All of it. Matter of fact, I have some other stuff I need to write on my list just so I can check off. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. Well, today, hold on one second. Let me, let's get our stuff going, kind of. Today, we are, this is our day 98. So, in Miss Renita fashion, let's start our, hold on. This is tradition or all these things. We cut. Whatever, number one, thank you for showing up today, 98. That's number one. Again, whether you show up or not, I will show up. And I appreciate everybody else who does as well. You guys are also clapping for showing up, but you're also clapping not only for yourself, so clap for yourselves, but you're also clapping because if you don't clap for you, nobody else will either. And you're giving your oh, actually, you know what? I don't even think I have a hold on. Hold on. I don't know what that word means. Hold please. Hold please. Huh. Okay. Third from the end in a sequence. Okay, think of it like this. Last. What? How do you pronounce that word? Penultimate. So anti penultimate. Third to last. Okay. So ultimate is the last. Penultimate is second to last. Anti penultimate is the third. I've never heard that word before. Oh wow. Thank you. God darn it. Thank you for that. Thank you for this. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Yep, ultimate. Yep. Anti penultimate. Man, it's crazy. Well, hold on. Yes. Yep. Yes. Because I do plan to do 101 actually. So technically, no, this would be the penultimate episode. Yes. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, oh. Do you have thank you so much. You guys don't know, like well, y'all know. But for those of you at home, you may not know, I love words. And I love to learn stuff. Oh man, that is some good stuff. This is like porn for me. Okay, sorry about that. Well, I'm not sorry about that. I'm writing. She gave me a great word. I'm using it, and I'm sitting there looking at it from here. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Oh my gosh. Hold on. So then, technically, hold on. Third to the last page. Okay. So it says, if you're reading a 10 chapter book, the anti penultimate chapter is chapter 8. But how would that not be? That wouldn't be accurate then, would it? because anti-penultimate means third to last. I mean, technically, if I were to stop on 100, hold on. So 98, 99, 100. Oh, no. I guess it would be because you account the first one, you account 98 as that one. Okay, I get it. So if you're reading a uh, um, 10 chapter book, the anti pin ultimate chapter will be chapter 8. So 8, 9, 10. Got it. Okay. That makes sense. All right. So then technically, this wouldn't, well, I guess it would technically be it if I were to stop at 100, but I plan to go to one more. Because you want to always do more than what you say you're going to do. So then technically, tomorrow will be the anti penultimate. Okay. And then the ultimate one is that one. Okay, no. I like that. Boy, thank you for that. So Dr. Stephen, who is it? Heinemann's favorite word, music theory professor. Third from the last chord is always important. Okay, encore doesn't count. Oh, wait a minute, encore doesn't count. Okay, so what is that? What is okay? So encore would be, wouldn't that be the? What would that be? So the celebration wouldn't. Okay, so but where would the encore be though? I mean, wouldn't that be like the last part? Okay, so it says that the encore is something performed after the final act. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. Nope. Oh, okay. And I get you. It's technically it's almost like the intro is technically not the first one either. Because I don't count the intro as one. I count the intro as the intro and the first one as the first one. So then you would say, okay, then your encore wouldn't count as the 100. It would count as, well, no, the encore would be something separate from the 100. Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay. Because technically, it would actually be 102 if we counted the the introduction. So I get that. I get where you're going. Listen, what's the old what's the old adage? I catch what you're throwing. I catch you. All right. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about if you're still breathing, you're not done. Right? We still got some work to do. Right? Because I think that a lot of us tend to think and believe that, man, if we get too old, if we get too this, if we get too that, then time is almost gone. You don't, you can't do what you used to, this and the other. And so today, what I wanted to do is I wanted to create or show you guys some stories of people that all of them over the age of 40 went out and did something different, right? And was still accomplishing certain things. Again, if you guys remember, my favorite story about Maxie Filer, the Mr. Compton, 25 years, 48 tries to become an attorney, right? He took the test when he was, I think, 36 years old for the very first time in 1965, somewhere around there, right? And he didn't pass it until like 1991. So again, then the thing took him 25 years and 48 tries. And again, he took that test twice a year, every year for 25 years. So again, man, like I think that, and for me, it's those stories like that that consistently inspire me to keep moving, even when I want to stop, even when I'm like, man, I'm good, I'm done. It's stories like that that make me want to continue on, right? So today I kind of figured, hey, how about on our um, anti pin penultimate journey episode? Am I saying that correctly, Rebecca? Anti penultimate. Man, hold on. Give me a second. I need to put that in my thing because I. Yes, actually, I do. Yes. Yes, ma'am. I do know. Yep, I do know. Okay, hold on.
Antepenultimate.
Antepenultimate. Antepenultimate.
Antepenultimate.
Antepenultimate. Okay, I'm just kind of breaking the syllables down. Apparently, I keep saying, well, on here it says antepenultimate. I keep saying anti penultimate because it's spelled with the e on here instead of an I. Have you been spelling it with the I or a e? Either way, antepenultimate. Got it. Okay. Again, I just wanted to be sure. I don't want to be giving people information that's not accurate. All right. So anyway, so the stories that we give or whatever. So I wanted to kind of touch on that as we hit our final anti. Yep, anti penultimate. Yep. Okay, gotcha. I wanted to hit on a couple of these things, but as we run our victory lap, I guess tomorrow would be the victory lap, wouldn't it? Right. Yeah. Yeah. Like anti medium, like AM PM, post medium, anti medium. Come on, man. I'm with you on that. Yeah. Like whenever we were doing documentation, they would always ask, what was the antecedent to like what came before it. I got you. And for those of you who are just joining us, number one, I'm a life coach, philosopher, all that good stuff. Um, Ante room, ante room. Mm. Here's the thing: myself and my the sister-in-law Rebecca are having our word extravaganza on Ags Fearless because I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that this is probably what we're gonna do next because I love to read. I love words. I love any goddamn thing I can learn something. Anything. I don't think it's gonna be an hour and a half though. But again, oh my god, I'm just saying like I love to read, and words are just that thing for me or whatever. So we are going kind of back and forth on this stuff. If you guys are on YouTube and you can't see it, sorry, StreamYard or Facebook aren't playing nights with each other, so that's kind of what it is. But if you're watching this on Facebook, then you can see all of our posts and all that good stuff or whatever. But yeah, I love words, man. Love them. So I think we're probably gonna skip the word. We might, I don't know. I will figure it out. Anyway, because I love this, just saying. But anyway, so a good story It does a few things. It alters the way that we look at certain things. It protects your energy, right? So even when you're going through some shit, a well placed story will do some pretty amazing stuff for you. And it also creates meaning for your life. Sometimes when you don't feel like there is any meaning. A great book for that is Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. He's also the guy who created logotherapy. Um, oh my god, I can't wait to do. Yeah, once we step out of the life coaching and get into books and all that stuff. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I'm just, whew, my god, I love a good book. Love a good book. Anyway, um, but it also creates better outcomes, and it also helps you. I personally think that a good book, or a good story will help you to find or uncover yourself as well. I don't want to say discover. I want to say uncover because you're already there. You already know you, right? I think that sometimes a great story will kind of help you dig a little bit deeper to uncover that diamond within you, if you will, right? So I'm going to assume that Rebecca feels the same way that I do when it comes to a good book, a good story, and also words, because we are both we love words, right? We love words. And can I get a hell yeah, Rebecca? Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. All right. So anyway, today is day 98 for us, or whatever. So for those of us who are here, for those of you who will watch later, thank you guys so much. And yeah, let's kind of jump in. Let's kind of jump in. So fun fact: the longest sentence ever printed in a book is 823 words long, and it comes from Victor Hugo's Les Miserables. Another fun fact: Tupac Shakur, the famous rapper, singer, not singer, actor, poet, warrior, if you will, that was his favorite play. Like love the soundtrack, loved everything about it. Loved everything about it. But again, we're also talking about a guy that also went to Juilliard as well, right? Anyway, you know, um, please grab yourself a pen, pad, or whatever you need to focus because you are entering. You know, I'm gonna go back to this one because I think this is very important. You are entering, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. Yes, it is. It's on. Yeah, it's on. Okay, hold on. Miss Rebecca says, I go through phases where I don't read. They've lasted literally 7 years, but I love to read. Started a new book. What are you reading today? What are you reading today, Rebecca? I get like that too. I can't go years though. Yeah, I don't know. I know that he loved the musical and all that. I'm just saying, yeah, that was his thing. That was his thing. Hey, I love 80s music. I mean, like rock 80s music. Like what? Let me ask you guys real fast, real fast. Have you ever heard of that song, Tempted by the Fruit of Another? It's by this band called The Big Squeeze. There's a song called Tempted by the Fruit of Another. And for years, this thing came out. This thing came out um in the early I don't know what that is. Oh, that's what you're reading. A Flicker in the Dark. I think I have that. Is that a blue book? Is that like a dark blue book? Because I think I got that. Okay, so here's the thing. Being a word nerd like myself, and I think you are too. Um, have you ever actually listened to the words to that song? Yeah, I have that book. I got that book. I told you, man. Listen, man. I am a book aficionado. I love to read, y'all. Just saying. I love a good book. What? What? Love a good book. Anyway, but I don't know if you've ever actually sat down and listened to the words to that song. Or like me, I like to read. So I'll listen to it and read along with it. That that song has nothing to do with what you think that it has to do with. When you hear the title, you think that somebody's tipped about a fruit of something that somebody else has. Ideally, right? That's kind of what most of us are thinking. I assure you, that song has absolutely nothing to do with it. Nothing. Metaphorically, literally, oh my God, what is metaphorically, literally, euphemistically, nothing. Nothing. It's an arbitrary song with a great hook. Like I'm telling you, a great hook. But the song, I'm telling you, the song itself, no, no. I'm just saying, and if you think I'm bullshitting, go read, go listen to it again for yourself. Go listen to it. Come back and tell me what you say. Just saying. Read the words and then come back and tell me. Like I can almost guarantee that you guys will be like, yeah, you're right. That song gets arbitrary. It that like what? The hook is amazing. Great hook, great theme, great premise. Doesn't go with the song. I'm telling you. Just saying. Okay, so it was used in a Pepsi commercial. Coke, the delivery men were filling the coolers at the gas station, and one of them, what? Correct. But again, think about it. They're only using the hook to the song. They're not actually using the words in the song, if that makes any sense. It's just the hook, right? That's just like if you're singing that song, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, right? You can sing the hook to it, but most people don't know the actual words to that song. But I mean, I do, but all the words to that song goes with the title. The Big Squeeze, it does not. You can use for the most part, and God Bless America, that song, you can use almost any verse in that song for something patriotic, almost anything. With the Big Squeeze, tipped about the fruit of another, you cannot use any of the actual verse. The actual verse, not the hook, not the chorus, the verses, it's arbitrary as fuck. Just a bunch of random shit. I'm, Rebecca, I promise you, go read it. Go listen to it. I mean, you're our music head, so I challenge you to listen to that. All right, so either way, man, late miserable. Sorry about that. Um, Yeah, let me get my hell yeah before we get started, y'all. I'm gonna have to throw in. I'm gonna have to throw in for myself. I'm okay with that. Cause again, if I don't show up for me, ain't nobody else gonna do it. Ayo, ayo. Oh, let me see. She said I'll look it up later. Okay, I got you. That makes sense. That's fine. I'm telling you to do it while I'm on live. Like, yeah, just go look it up. Sorry. But thank you. Hey, where's Jerry at around here? I'm not seeing that guy at all. Are you guys being weird again? I don't even know what that means. He is drumming on the wall for the ducks. I, I, Jerry, I don't know what you got going on, but I love it. I love it. You're a hoot, sir. You're a hoot. All right, so episode season 10, episode 98. If you're still breathing, you're not done. And we're going to be talking about stories and things that other people have actually come and gone and done. Where if you think that, man, I'm too old, I'm too young, I don't have this, I don't have that, just sit back. I'm gonna share some stories with you, couple laughs. You go your way, I'm gonna go mine for the night, cause I'm gonna go play some video games. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, okay. Talking to the ducks, playing them a song with drumsticks. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so let's jump in. Let's jump in here. So our first, I wanted to put some pictures and stuff up too, but I was like, I didn't have enough time, so sorry about that. Um, so we're gonna kind of podcast this one a little bit. So story number one is Vera Wang. She became a designer at the age of 40. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me. 40. Right. So after failing to make the Olympic skating team and working in journalism, she designed her first wedding dress at 40. She had no formal training in fashion, but trusted her creative instincts. Today, her name is synonymous with bridal couture around the world. Now, the biggest part about this I love is that this woman had absolutely no formal training, not whatsoever. She was just an individual who saw something and said, dude, I wonder if we, first off, I'm gonna go figure it out for myself. I'm gonna build my own dress. Somebody else saw that and asked her, hey, could you make me one? Just doing something that she probably was just doing for fun for quite some time. She didn't go to school for it. She didn't take a whole bunch of classes. She just figured some shit out on her own. Right? So question is, what dream have I put down that might be waiting for the right season? And here's the thing, when working with people, hold on, I got to move my camera a little bit. Sorry about that. Uh, working with people is really fun, especially when they have dreams, goals, aspirations, all that good stuff for it, and problems too, because I love a good problem. Um, a lot of times we choose not to do stuff because we create all kind of excuses for why we can't do it. Like all kinds of justifications and alibis for all the excuses that we make. And that's why I like to collect excuses, correct? So even at 40 years old, a woman with no formal training decides to go do something. That's some inspiring type shit. Very, very inspiring, right? So the reality is that reinvention is often delayed by societal timelines, not personal readiness. And what we're talking about is that we don't do shit because, for the most part, we think that we need a degree. We think that we need some type of social merit to start something, to do something. We need the approval of other people who don't give two fucks about you. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Remember yesterday we talked about people not showing up. People not showing up for certain things. Why? Um, because of people passing on being fake as shit. And the one thing that they wish that they'd actually done was actually showed up for themselves, and they never did it. Never did it. Waiting for somebody else, or being afraid to just be themselves. All right. All right. So what to do? Write down 3 things that you loved before you were told that it's too late for them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm doing right now what I wanted to do. Right now, I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do. Right here, right now. That's what I'm doing. Right? All right, number 2. Good old KFC Colonel Motherfucking Sanders. Again, now remember, we talked about him a little bit not long ago, but so here's his story. After being rejected over 1,000 times, this actually happened, y'all. 1,000 times. Going around peddling chicken, he finally franchised his chicken recipe in the mid 1960s, right? Before that, he worked at dozens of odd jobs and slept in his car trying to sell his idea. Its persistence became the foundation for one of the most largest fast food chains, at least here in America. And for some reason, the Japanese love this dude. I'm not sure if it's a Japanese or Chinese. Maybe it's a Chinese. It might be the Chinese. I think it's the. Let me look that up. Ooh, hold on. Which country has the most infatuation? Okay, and okay, so yeah, so it is okay, so it is right then. Okay, thank you, Rebecca. So it's China. China has this weird relationship. Uh, China has this weird relationship with Colonel Sanders. I mean, weird relationship. Like it's not a game. They love that dude, right? I'm just saying they do love the shit out of him. They have like all these little tiny miniature little bobbleheads of him and everything. No joke, seriously. It's weird. It's kind of like the way that Germans love David Hasselhoff. Like they don't like him, they love him. Like Hasselhoff will basically be like God in Germany. Just saying, weird as shit. Ooh, let me ask you guys, if if you can if you can have a people or a country love, I mean, put you on a high ass pedestal, which one would it be for you? Which country, which country would you want somebody to put you on a high pedestal? That just saying your name brings butterflies and flutters to when people talk about you. I'm really asking. What country or continent? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna tell you what I think. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna say. For me, I would say the continent of Africa because majority of the women I've met there have actually been gorgeous, from east to west, from south to north, stunning. And plus, I have like this infatuation of that continent in general, right? So for me, that's what it would be. If I can go there and be seen as like the second coming of Christ, I'll be on the next flight out. Well, I'd have to take my kid with me because, I mean, Mr. Trump is shutting everything down. Oh shit, Gerald said Australia. I love their accents. Okay, Rebecca, I dig that. I dig that. You know what? I dig that. Man, yeah, I like that. I really like that. I don't like that. I love that. Jerry, I love yours too. I mean, mainly because of everybody's accents over there. I love their accents. Them and the who are the other ones? The Netherlands. The Netherlands. No, is that where is do there's a certain is it the Netherlands? No. Where's on hold on one second. Let me find this guy. Where is Israel? New Zealand. New Zealand. New Zealand. One of my favorite fight like fighters in general is Israel Adesanya. Like I love that dude. Style bender. But that's where he's technically out of no, where is he from? Nigeria, but he grew up in New Zealand. Yeah, that part. Yep, that part. That part. I get that. Yes, I totally understand where you're coming from, Rebecca. And honestly, that's why I don't say much. I mean, hey, as long as I can grab my kid and go, I'll say whatever. Yeah, this is getting on my nerves. Anywho, hey, can I at least take my books with me? Can I at least grab my books and my kid? Just saying. Yeah. Okay. And the thing, I was saying that too. Like, yeah, I like, I love that man. I gotta start going. I need to start traveling, dude. Like off top, like I need to start traveling. You know what? Now that I think about it, you know what have a goal to do. I would love to travel the world and go to different bookstores. Like that's all I do. I look, I look for philosophy. I talk philosophical stuff or whatever, or perspective, if you will. Offer my perspective. If you're beloved, they'll bring you your books and kids. Right, right. Yeah, no, I get that. But I was thinking about that. Like, I would love to just travel the country and the world and just go to different bookstores. Like, I would love to do that. I don't know if I don't think I want to own another one for myself, honestly, but I don't know. I just think that would be really fun to do. I think that would be really fun to do. I do. All right. So anyway, so question: how many rejections? Hey, Naomi's here. Hello. Um, how many rejections would it take for me to quit on my recipe for life? How many rejections would it take for me to quit on my recipe for life? I mean, that's a very good question to ask, right? So reality is that persistence outlasts talent when you're clear about your recipe. So when you're clear about exactly what you want to do, sometimes you may not even know why. I mean, I love to read. Like in general, I go into like different bookstores and meeting different people who love to read as much as I do. I love stuff like that. Right? Like that is my favorite thing to do. Like people like, hey, you want to go hiking? I mean, not until I start talking to Naomi about it. I would have not really. I mean, now I probably wouldn't mind getting a little older and being out in the wilderness and going walking with Anya every day. That actually inspires me. Hey, Katie, Leon, what's going on? It's my little brother here. Sweet 98 was launched in the summer morning of 1980. Ooh, in Northwest corner of the second floor, rather interesting brick building on 36 and Broadway and Council Bluffs. Really? Leon, I did not know that, sir. Sweet 98, really? I lived on 36 and Broadway. No, I didn't. I lived on 36 and G. But I do know what 36 and Broadway is. Matter of fact, I bet you. Where would that have been though? 36 and Broadway. I know exactly where that is. But you said 1980. So I wonder if, wow, that is impressive. On the northeast corner of the second floor, rather. Interesting. I would love to know what that was. Sweet 98. Wow. That is awesome. I did not know that. Look at that, y'all. My little brother has resurrected to bring us some good news about Sweet 98. Okay. 98.5. For those of you who are not from Omaha, 98.5 or Sweet 98 rather, or as affectionately known, is a main radio station, FM, here in the Omaha area. They basically play like today's type music and stuff like that. Now personally, my personal favorite is you good? Okay. My personal favorite is I didn't know who. My personal favorite radio station in Omaha is 104.5, The Star. That's my shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, man. Yo, man. That's my personal favorite. Star 104.5. Like, because I love it because they play 80s, 90s, and today's. Like I told you, my favorite music is 80s, like late 70s and 80s music. I'm going to tell you, I don't, 80, like late 70s, all through the 80s, all early, mid, and late, into even into like the early 90s. The music in general, like, I'm just saying, there's some amazing artists today But I'm just saying that today, to me, everybody sounds alike. And again, and here's the thing. I know that maybe I'm that old head that I was like, man, and no, they don't sound like the fuck they don't. It all sounds exactly the same. Like I'm just saying, Future and what's my man's name? Future and the little dude that just died not too long ago. Rich Homie Quan, and there was enough 2 or 3 other ones sound exactly alike to me. I like Rich Homie Quan because of his voice is a little raspier than the rest, but everybody has the same melody, same beats, same everything. Because that's what works. It's like today's music is more like, hey, jump on the bandwagon to whoever's doing certain things, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Whereas back in the day, you would get clowned for that shit. That to me, that's almost like a comedian stealing another comedian's material. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you watch Kevin Hart do whatever and say this same joke to 50, no, 100 million people, and then you come around and you say the same exact joke, that same exact way. You're going to get some laughs, but everybody's going to know that where that joke came from. At least that's how I look at it. I might be wrong. Again, I might be the old head and fuck your feelings if you're in them. I'm just telling you, that's what it is. Back in the day, you could not sound like somebody else. Brother Lynch didn't sound like Eric B. Eric B didn't sound like Dr. Dre. Snoop Dogg doesn't sound like anybody else. So I'm saying Dub C don't sound like everybody else. Right? Chicago didn't sound like everybody else. Fucking Hall and Oates didn't sound like everybody else. That's all I'm saying. Jodeci, New Edition, Belle Biv DeVoe. What? Boys to Men? Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm just sorry for going on my rant. I'm just saying. Whatever. Well, fuck that. What do you guys think about that? I'm just asking. Am I wrong? Am I the old head? Am I the old head now? Rebecca, Jerry, Leon, am I the old head? Naomi, I mean, I can't really ask you because you grew up a little differently than we did. But I'm just saying though. Like, when did I become the old head in this? I mean, shit, there was stuff when I was growing up that my mom listened to that I still love to this day. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Miss Rebecca. I'm just saying, and again, I know it's a different time. Everybody loves their music, and I get that. I mean, here's the thing: Drake doesn't sound like anybody else. Kendrick Lamar doesn't sound like everybody else. They may different people may rap about the same stuff, sing about the same stuff, right? I'm okay with that. But I also love some of these people because of their personality and what they brought to it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I still have something like Mariah Carey. She said years ago, she said, I can spend the rest of my life if I never put anything else out again. I want you to hear me on this. She said, I can spend the rest of my life with the quality of life I have right now off of that one song, All I Want from Christmas Is You. All I Want for Christmas Is You. Do you realize how much that song gets played everywhere? It's one of my favorites. I love that song. I remember when she first came out, Vision of Love. Dude, I was in a foster home, Aunt Willis' house, downstairs in the basement when I saw that. My foster brother Drake would tell me, hey, there's these 2 little kids or better than you. I'm like, what are you talking about? So watch, they'll come on. First time I saw Jump Crisscross. I'm like, what? Like, man, God. I'm just saying, even the. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Sorry. I'm gonna stop. Just saying, it was. Fuck it. It was a great time. I think it was a great time. I'm just saying. I don't know. So identify your secret sauce, package it, pitch it, repeat. I don't know what your thing is. I truly don't. I'm just kind of throwing it out there in general. Figure out what your thing is and run with it. My little brother Leon is one of the best artists I've seen in general, not only with drawing but also designing clothes. He was creating stuff back when he was in high school that rivaled some of the shit that I see out today. That rivaled some of the shit I see out today. Now he didn't do much with it. That's a question you'd have to ask him. But like, dude, like it's there. Shit, he went to school for all that. Matter of fact, his degree was signed by Arnold Schwarzenegger because that was the governor of California at that time. So that's where my brother went to school at, and in college was in California. Anyway, Ray Kroc, our guy, right? So a milkshake, a milkshake machine salesman in his 50s saw potential that other people didn't. Franchised McDonald's into history. He battled through legal fights and business betrayals to build the Golden Arches empire. His vision outlived him and fed the world. Now I'm gonna read the rest of this, and I'm about to go in on this motherfucker for a minute, if you guys are okay with that. So, question: what's already in my hands that other people are sleeping on? Now, in Ray Kroc's question, what's in somebody else's hands that they don't know what's in their hands? Because Ray Kroc didn't create McDonald's. He expanded it, but he didn't create it. His name is Kroc. I'm not saying he's like crock of shit. I'm just saying his name is Ray Kroc. That has nothing to do with McDonald's. Right? So reality, the big idea is often disguised as small, and people usually ignore this opportunity that we usually do. If it's something that we may think is minute in stature is amazing for somebody else. Right? Cool, do you. So what you do, re-examine what you already sell, know, or love, then scale that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It may have to be a book thing for me. I mean, besides being a life coach and a philosopher, like I don't, man. Look at my collection, y'all. I got a problem. Do you hear? Look at my collection of books. Hold on, let me take this off. Look at my collection of books, y'all. Look at my collection of books. Look at my collection. And I mean, matter of fact, hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. Hold on, let me show you. Hold on. Sorry. Y'all seeing all them? Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, do y'all see all that? Yo, when I tell y'all that I got that I love to read, like I mean, it's not just some shit that I be saying because it sound good. No, like that's my shit. People know me for that. Reading a book a day. That's not a bad moniker to have. That's not a bad reputation to have. The guy who reads a book a day. That is a fucking superpower, if you ask me. But that's if you're asked. I'm just saying I love books. Okay. All right. So re-examine what you know, love, sell, and then scale that shit, right? Okay. So I want to jump into this right quick. If you guys don't mind. I want to jump into this real fast. Hold on one sec. I want to show you guys. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Ugh, man, that is horrible. Let me see if I can bring. You know what? Actually, no. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually create it in here so y'all can see who and what I'm talking about. How about we do that? So we'll do bam. We'll go bam. And then we'll go. So, okay, you guys can see all this, right? Of course you can. Okay. Oops. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so this guy right here, both of these gentlemen that you guys are seeing here, these gentlemen, this is the McDonald's brothers. Okay. The McDonald's brothers, hold on. McDonald's. Okay, so what were their, okay, hold on one second. What were their names? Okay, so Maurice and Richard McDonald. Okay. Which one is which? Don't know. Pick one. Maurice and Richard McDonald, who founded the original McDonald's restaurant in San Bernardino, California in the 1940. Actually, in 1940. Okay. In 1940s. Right. But if you think about it, if you ask anybody for the most part, it's I would say I mean, if you ask a kid nowadays, they ain't gonna know who the fuck these dudes are. Hell, I didn't even know. I can't even tell you which one is which, right? But this right here is Ray Kroc, right? Now, again, is he the founder of McDonald's? No, not whatsoever. He he was the first to franchise McDonald's, right? And he wanted to do all kinds of different stuff, but the McDonald's brothers up here would not let him because he didn't own it, right? So if people were doing stuff, whatever, um, there was nothing that Ray could actually do because Ray didn't actually own McDonald's, right? And he actually went to them several times and asked them if he could just buy them out. They always said no to him, right? And then I think he even tried to be partners with them. They said no. Okay, cool. So if you watch the movie, there's another gentleman who had the bright idea. He's like, listen, he said, you're not a food company, you're a real estate company, right? And he said, what you want to do is as you're building all these McDonald's, what you want to do is you want to own the land up under them. Who gives a shit about McDonald's or what's on top of the ground? You want what's beneath it, what's beneath the store, which is the land. Own that, and whatever's sitting on top of it is yours too. So once they switched that whole thing around, this dude made so much money, it was crazy talk, right? And by the time the McDonald's brothers, these guys found out what good old Ray here had done, it was already too late. And he basically, I think that they settled out of court for like, I'm not for like $1 million, something like that. Maybe I should read his book. That's the great thing about reading, right? But again, though, it's just coming from his part. I would love to read both sides of the story. So if the McDonald's brothers had a book, I would love to read their book, their story. And then I would love to read Ray Kroc's story to kind of see exactly like, what's where. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just some fun shit to think about. Well, I mean, let me ask you guys: would you still keep going there if you knew that this person took something like if he did this to your family? Would you keep going to McDonald's? Let me ask you this. That's one question. My second question is, and this is for everybody: would you, would you guys? And I'm asking, do you think? Let me ask you this: do you think that their children, the McDonald's brothers, do you think that the McDonald's brothers, their children, eat at McDonald's? Do you think that there's like a personal ban, like the McDonald's brothers is like fuck McDonald's? Like I'm just saying, like you ever wonder like what happens with stuff like that? Isn't that crazy to kind of think about that? Like how does that work? Like what happens if somebody takes your name, takes your company, rebrands it? Yeah, I mean, again, dude, dude. I mean, it that's almost as bad as Ray just saying, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and change my last name to McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like, anytime you see somebody with the last name McDonald, you might be wondering, hey, I wonder if they're related to, the McDonald's brothers. I don't know. I mean, would you guys, and I'm really asking, would you guys be like, no, I'm not doing that? My family doesn't eat at McDonald's. I mean, I don't know. I'm really asking. Would you guys be like, fuck them? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would be crazy. That's like creating a sex doll and calling it Lewinsky. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I guess that wouldn't be the same thing, actually. That's actually derogatory as fuck when you really think about that. Somebody take your name and, I mean, if they take your name and they just, build a build a food empire out of it, that's one thing. If somebody takes your name and builds a sexual empire, oh my God, I'm sorry. Sometimes the shit that pops into my head is crazy. I don't know. I'm just saying, it's just funny to me. All right. So anyway, real fast, I wanted to ask you guys, you guys as well. I asked you guys a question earlier, and I'm just gonna see if you were paying attention. How old was Vera Wang when she designed her first dress? How old was Vera Wang when she decided to step into the bridal fashion? So when she made her first wedding dress, no skills needed. How old was she? If you don't remember, it's okay. Just say tap. I'll give you guys a little bit of time. Martha Stewart was 40 years old. Actually, excuse me, she was in her 40s when she built her brand. After modeling and working on Wall Street, she turned her love of homemaking into a media empire. Her books, shows, and brands transformed domestically into a $1 billion aesthetic. It's kind of crazy. She redefined what success looks like at midlife. Question: what hobby have I downplayed that could actually be my brand? And I think that's a great question to ask yourselves. Like, what hobby do I have? What do I do? What do I absolutely love? What passion do I have that I could possibly turn into something that's branded? Right? I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't know if that thing is for y'all. I know what it is for me. I got a few different things, right? All right. So the thing that you've been doing for free, excuse me, reality is that the thing that you've been doing for free might be your $1,000,000 lane. What? Show you right, Willis. I'm just saying, man. I mean, I think that's kind of cool, though. I do. Why? Because, again, let's go back to it. I think that if and when a person decides that something that they absolutely love, something that they absolutely enjoy doing. Now, I think that could also be a curse too, because I love to read, but I don't get paid to read. I don't know. I don't know if I would actually still enjoy it if I was getting paid to do it. Coaching is one thing. I do this shit no matter where I'm at. But I also take a book no matter where I'm at too. Ooh. That's a good one. Anyway, so yeah, there it is. That's how I think about that. All right, so what to do? Treat your hobbies like assets. Give them structure. Give them some structure, people. Gosh darn it, God bless it. Give it some structure. Man, I'm just saying, dude, you never know. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you never know, what may come of it, you know? There's this female that I love watching. Her name is, it's called Read with Cindy. Love it. Like, love it. I love her channel. I mean, it's boring as shit to somebody else, but to me, I love it because all she does is talk about the latest books that she read. You know what I mean? Like, I truly love it. Anyway, whatever. Again, that's what I told you guys. That's what I'm kind of think I'm going to switch to myself is kind of getting into that. Saying obviously in the coaching lane, because this is what I do, philosophy, stuff like that or whatever. But I love reading. Like, love it. All right, so we'll do a couple more that will be out. So Stan Lee, I don't make sure. Perf. Okay, so Stan Lee, I'm still waiting on that question up here. Who was Vera Wang? How old was Vera Wang when she became a designer? I've already told y'all. I'm asking y'all out there too. Don't act like just because you're not here that you don't know. Okay. So Stan Lee, the creator of the X-Men, creator of Spider-Man, the creator of the Hulk. Did you guys know that the Hulk was actually gray, not green? But for some reason, it didn't come out that well when they were creating the comic for it. But green stood out way better, so that's the reason why he was green. Isn't that crazy? Fun fact. Anyway, so Stan Lee created the Marvel Universe at 43. Story time. After decades of writing comics, he reinvented superheroes with superhuman flaws. You good, buddy? You okay? Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So changing the genre forever. He introduced emotional depth to Mac's characters, making them relatable to everyday readers. the universe helped he helped, excuse me, birth is now a global mythology. Ain't that crazy? So again, so let's ask some questions. So what twist can I bring to something old that makes it new again? And again, this is that I was talking to you guys before a long while ago about this deja vu, which is where but you haven't been there before, but you believe you feel like you've experienced something before. Vujade is that you know you've been here before, you just see it totally different than you did before. If that makes sense, right? So it's like when um when Rocky, I don't know which one it was, when he was running up the steps, and he's standing next to his statue. And I forgot again which one it was. It may have even been the last one. But he had made the comment that, hey, this is a library. And he's like, dude, I've been running up here for all these years and I never knew what that was. Isn't that crazy? So that's Vujade. That's Vujade. You know what I'm saying? So when you see something that you've seen on so many different occasions, but now you see it from a different lens. That's what Vujade is. So the reality is, originality is often just authenticity applied to the familiar. I'm going to say that again. Originality is often just authenticity applied to the familiar. That's it. It's just making it a little bit more simpler than what it was. That's all. Okay. So what do we do? So to add yourself to your work, and that's the only uniqueness that lasts, right? It's you, right? So when you add yourself to your thing or whatever, a book is just a book, but a book ain't a book until I start reading it, right? A story is a story, but a story is only a story until I tell it, because I'm gonna give it a totally different. Yeah, there it is, Leon. Did you finally listen to it, sir? I thought it was called The Big Squeeze. Yeah, and again, it was in 1981. Yeah, great song. What I was saying is that the words doesn't actually go with the chorus. They're two totally different things. I'm just saying they're totally different. And I know that, again, like I said, because I listened to it, and I mean, it's one of my favorite songs. Until I actually listen to the words. I still like it, but it now has that Vujade feel to it now. And not in a good way. All right, so what to do? Add yourself to your work, obviously. That's the only uniqueness that lasts, right? You is what lasts to a story, right? So if we were tribesmen, I would be the storyteller. They would get around the open flame to listen to Fearless tell his tales of nostalgia, his tales of music, his tales of the big squeeze, and all the shit that comes with it. All right. Oh my gosh. Hold on. All right, so yeah, this will be our last one. All right, so Rodney Dangerfield broke through at age 46, same age as I am now. It was literally same exact age as I am right now. Story is that he worked odd jobs and quit comedy twice, right, before finding his voice and his fame. He was told that he wasn't funny, but he built his audience from scratch by doing his own bookings. He became a legend by embracing being the punchline. So again, he wasn't talking about other people, he was talking about himself. And again, some of the funniest shit I've ever heard is the stuff that he said about himself. So again, so what's our question? Our question is, have I been mistaking delay for denial? Have I been mistaking delay for denial? Right? Reality is that sometimes you have to live long enough to be ready for the stage. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. If I could have named this anything else, it would have even been to just live long enough. Just live long enough. Like, I love reading, and I talk about it to anybody who will listen. Pick up a fucking book, start reading, start writing. I love writing down my ideas and my thoughts, and I love to journal. I love going to different bookstores and getting the ambiance of the different places to be able to go and talk about those stores and what they mean, not only to the community, not only to their cities, right? But a friend of mine went to Rome some years ago and brought me back some books. I was like, dude, that's one of the greatest presents I have gotten. Like, she went to Rome and was just so happened to be thinking of me when she went to a bookstore and bought me back 3 books. 3 books. Sorry about that. It's my kiddo. No, I'm not sorry about that. Sorry about the noise. Right? I would tell people just live long enough. That's what I would say. All right, so what to do? Keep refining your voice. Your audience just might not be ready for you yet. And that's all that is. They may not just be ready for you yet. That's it. That's it. You know, one of the things that God damn, now that I think about that. Anyway, sorry about that. I got an idea. I wanted to write it down. Like, I would love to get like sponsors, like book sponsors and pens, pads, notebooks, type stuff. Like, man, like I love that type of stuff. Anything book adjacent, anything smells. Oh my God. What? Widgets and stuff. I went to Barnes and Nobles and got this little gadget here. I mean, I like little things like this, you know. Leave it at home and chill and all that good stuff, whatever. But that's what we do, right? Keep refining your voice, find your audience, and again, they may not be ready for you yet, right? But I mean, I would also say keep grinding too. Man, you got to think there are so many people who make videos, so many people who make podcasts, so many people who do all this stuff. You have to stay consistent enough to cut through the noise. Think about what I just said. You have to stay consistent enough to cut through the noise. And most people are not consistent enough to do that. Are you willing to show up every day for a month? Are you willing to show up every day for 2 months? What about 3? What about a year? What about 2 years? What about 4? Again, man. Again, one day all this stuff will start to pay off. Right now, my job is to it's to do the work, put the work in, right? One of the biggest things that I've noticed in my life, honestly, is it's the people that show up consistently, man. Whether they're ready or not, that usually get the opportunities that are there. I love reading. Like oh my god, what? Right? I love philosophy. I love coaching, but this again, if I'm not reading, I'm doing some other stuff. Like look at this little there's a book of the month. I got a whole I got like shelves just full of book of the month type stuff. This is a subscription that I subscribe to. They don't pay me to talk about that, but talk about it I will because I love their subscription. I use the shit out of it. Okay. Anywho, um, all right. So yeah, I think that's enough for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you oh so much for hanging out with me this evening. You didn't have to. I very much appreciate you guys doing that. Um, my brother did talk about Squeeze, Tempted By. Um, Pretty Please Sugar on Top. Will you guys go check that song out and let me know what you think? Either on here, you could DM me. Just let me know what you think. I could be wrong. I'm okay to be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't think I am though, but I could be. Let me know. Let me know what you think. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have an amazing night. Sleep well. And like I always tell you, man, dream big. I will see you guys tomorrow on episode 99. All right, see ya.